Right. What is a birth certificate? Your birth documentation should be straightforward and transparent. However, it soon becomes the most complex and secretive paper trail imaginable. This alone suggests a long history of corruption. The process involves a maze of secret trusts and various parts of legislation focused on claiming your estate. The modern birth certificate began as a settlement certificate issued in England in 1837 to officially record the poor pampered, granting basic rights to benefits in exchange for recognition of their status as owned property, lawful slaves, also known as indentured servants and bondsmen. A child's birthplace was the place of settlement where its bond began. Thus, a settlement is equivalent to a voluntary slave plantation. Since 1933, all New Zealanders have been required by statutes to have a birth certificate and a tax identification number. Since 1990, under the United Nations and the World Health Organization, by the Convention on the Rights of the Child, the birth certificate process has become an international system of settlement. When you are born, a record of live birth is created as prima facie evidence of your life. The New Zealand equivalent is a notification of birth registration. It is your affidavit of life with details that absolutely identify your living standing. It records your given name as a unique title to your estate. The autograph of your mother establishes the origin of your estate. Your mother and the estate are now, by law, trustees in express public trust of which you are the beneficiary. You are the holder in expectancy of your estate, which will descend to you as a right when you attain the age of maturity. This original trust should serve you well. Soon your parents are told that you must be registered. They are under no such lawful obligation, but the state is very inconsistent for reasons undisclosed. According to ecclesiastical law, an estate can only be held in trust by a man. But your mother was asked for her maiden name constituting maturity. Therefore, all natural born children are illegitimate, with uncertain fatherhood, having no paternal holder of their estate. When registering, an informant makes an accusation as to your illegitimacy. So you are legally a bastard without rights. Your record of live birth and the register evidence are used to create a birth certificate bond, publicly certifying that a property title is registered as a security for the national debt. It is like a warehouse receipt for the baby to deliver goods. At the same time, the bond converts your given name and family name into a trade name. Only corporations have a last name. A legal person has been created by the state as a franchise child of the parent corporation. The bond is sold to the World Bank as the settler of the trust. Your weight in ounces on the record of live birth is to calculate your market value relative to gold. Your bond becomes a registered security, which the Treasury uses as surety for Treasury securities such as a Treasury bond, notes, and bills. So you have been monetized. The people truly are the credit of the nation. However, in the corrupt system, the people's credit is effectively human capital, or livestock. Although the state can seize the legal person, baby, as a ward of the state, if the state's investment is threatened, its greatest value is realized from the matured work in the dell. The perpetrator of this deception knows that you could one day discover the truth and invoke your power of attorney from the age of 18. In short, you can attain the age of maturity by declaring your own power of attorney from the age of 18. However, if they can somehow kill you off, legally speaking, they can claim your deceased estate, being your real property, lands, and personal property. This is why the legal person is legally a vessel in which the state has a security interest via the birth bond. When you reach full legal age, you become the master of that vessel. The living you has gone to sea, and under the Admiralty Maritime Jurisdiction, which is the law of the sea, if you are missing for 7 years, you can be declared legally dead by the court. The same process is applied to ships and mariners lost at sea. Under the first sovereign public trust agreement set up by your mother, you are the beneficiary, while your mother and the state are your trustees. The state employees are your public servants, obligated to work for your benefit and defend your rights, having a fiduciary responsibility to do so. But under the new foreign status trust, the government becomes the beneficiary and you become the trustee, obligated to work for the trust. Because a trustee always pays, the state has turned the tables on you. The people are employed by the state as debtors for a private banking system, which is upheld by a private bar association guide. While acting as the trustee of the Foreign Status Trust in your corporized name, you will receive endless presentments which that employees of the state, the legal person straw man, is obligated to pay. But the theft of your estate is based on false presumptions that cannot be proven in fact. The fundamental flaw is that in order for a birth certificate to be issued, a man or a woman must first have been born on the land. Plainly, you are not really dead, so you still have living rights on the land. You are the holder in due course of your estate. Remember that you have a birthday on which you were born into the world from your mother, whereas the artificial legal person has a date of birth in which it was registered by the registrar. They are usually created on different dates. Maxims of law. He who fails to assert his rights has none.